Well, as we say goodbye this morning to our stop at the Cedar Springs Motel, we will be back here in a few weeks on our southbound leg of this hike. But you know what? It's an adequate location to stop. It's right on the trail. Right this minute, we're right on the Bruce Trail as we walk out of the parking lot of the motel. So $69 for the room. Then it's another $30 in Uber fares into Georgetown, to the malls and so on, and back out of Georgetown back to the motel. So $99 plus taxes. Which, you know what, it actually isn't bad for a night's accommodation. Hot bath, shower, laundry, shave, everything. Relax, watch a little TV. That's fine. If you're hiking alone, of course you brunt the whole fee. But if you're with a hiking partner, then it's split 50-50 or whatever, which, you know, for a night there, if there's two of you, 50 bucks a piece with Uber or taxi, and that's just fine too. We start off down this busy highway, the same highway we were on yesterday, of course, as we arrived at the motel. But very quickly here, and it really is right here somewhere, we jump off the highway into the forest. Little chilly this morning. Today and tomorrow, in fact tonight, I think the low tonight is 9 degrees Celsius. Would you believe 9 degrees Celsius? God damn, that's going to feel absolutely terrible after the nighttime lows of 22 and 23 degrees. But it's okay. Anyhow. Okay, day number 10. We had 238 kilometers into our hike. Don't forget, yesterday being a shorter day, being a Nero, and was just 13.75 kilometers, I believe, for the day. Everything goes well. Fully resupplied. I love resupplies. The only thing I don't like about them is when you have to put the backpack back on your back. Because right now, of course, my backpack's as heavy as it will ever be, with full water, food, everything, all my supplies. Okay, so right here we see the turn sign for the Bruce, and maybe the actual turn is right down there. And here it is. So, back in the trail. Everything's good. We're going to push quite hard today as we head basically straight north. Again, a little chilly, but you know what? That's going to help, hopefully, with our overall performance, as far as it's not like hiking in 32 or 34 degrees Celsius temperatures, which is significantly more challenging and harder. Quite dark in here. I'm going to turn you guys off as I start the morning trail. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, welcome to day 10. Thank you for joining me so much on this hike. Your support means everything to me. Jasper here. Let's go. Credit Valley Conservation, Silver Creek Conservation Area. Conservation through cooperation. Cool. This area may be monitored by video surveillance systems. Well, okay then. Be aware of invasive species. When you are here. Okay. And I guess we're heading up that way. Poop. dog poop pickup bags. Poop and scoop. Cool. Irvine Quarry Side Trail. And the Bruce Trail directly ahead. Day 10 is going just fine. I will at some point be stopping for a second breakfast in a little while. Not right just yet, but in a little while. Bruce Trail overnight rest area. Wow. Oh. So, this is the Terracotta Bruce Trail official overnight rest area. And it is fine. Take a little look-see. Lots of space here to set up your tent. Obviously, it's way too early in the day. It's about 10 a.m. It's not what I'm looking for as far as camping right now. However, on the way back, who knows, it's a good legal campsite. So as you're through hiking, especially, well, primarily I guess, when you're planning a yo-yo of a particular trail, as you're heading on the first kind of through hike of that trail, you're making a mental note. Where's the water? Where's the camping? And so on. So when you actually get to, in this case, the northern terminus at Tobermory, and you turn around and you start heading south again, back to the southern terminus in Niagara Falls, you have a bit of a record, if you will, a mental note also. I do keep a journal, a daily journal, and it tells me, reminds me, there's water in this section, there's camping in this section, or on this particular day. And where that might be. So, just a point of interest, the Terracotta overnight rest area looked just fine for camping, and it's very possible I'd use that on the way back. Who knows? We'll see. Right now, the trail is gorgeous. It's easy going and pretty in the forest. Nice kind of wide old logging road kind of trail. Beautiful tall trees. We have blue sky and some cloud above us. Day 10 progresses well. Once again, I know I say this, but I do mean it. Thank you for joining me on my journey. You are an inspiration, and I very much appreciate the push that I get from you guys following me. Okay, let's keep moving. All is well. As we walk along the side of the road, on a detour, if you will, from a closed section, you get a really good look at the Cheltenham Badlands. Really very, very interesting. I'm not sure why these guys have got this closed. Is it because of the bug? And if so, why? But anyhow, I guess that's up to them. But you actually get a better view of the Badlands right from the side of this road. Amazing. This little spot here turned out to be a perfect little spot for kind of a late lunch. It's actually 3 o'clock. Although on the trail you don't particularly keep breakfast, lunch, and dinner hours per se. Whenever you're hungry, you eat. Bruce Trail continues right through here. And we just finished just climbing up this road sections from the Cheltenham Badlands. So hey, that gives me right now, let me see, 6, 24, 31. So about 24.25 kilometers so far today at 3 o'clock. I'm aiming for Forks of the Credit, which is 6.1 kilometers from here, according to the app. And that's going to give me around the 31.25 kilometers for the day if I camp at the Forks of the Credit. Last time I did my through hike, last year when I did the Bruce Trail through hike, I did camp at the Forks of the Credit. Will I do that again tonight? Yes, no, maybe. We'll see when we get there. I'm going to say probably I will, because another little over 6 kilometers, another couple hours, I am kind of, you know, feeling the 24, 25 kilometers I've done, add that to it. When you get into the 30s, or the 30 kilometers, that's a good solid day on the trail. Well, it is for me anyhow. I know the younger people, they bang that off in miles. I'm talking kilometers. But for me at 63, that's fine. Okay, so cooler today, although when the sun comes out like it just did, it's got to be 26, 27 degrees Celsius just in that sun. But when the cloud covers that sun, it drops down to about 20 degrees Celsius. I've gone through about half the water consumption that I would normally go through, or have been going through in the hotter weather, which is fine. Since I left the hotel where I stayed last night, since I left there this morning, I have used a total of 1 liter of water for drinking and my beverages and meals. The food I just had, I took a whole wheat bagel, a pouched Spam, which you can't buy here, by the way, you buy them in the US, and fresh spinach. The little fresh spinach bags, I'll show you. You can only keep these so long. So I bought one of these yesterday, and you can only keep them for maybe 2 days in your bag, especially if it's warm. So you want to get the most out of them that you can in that 2-day period, because that's the vegetables you're going to get. And of course, I always load up on fruit when I do a resupply like I did yesterday. So I've been eating oranges, which are great. And also, one thing I'm really liking is Walmart has their great value. It's a bacon jerky, smoked maple, a bacon jerky, but it's really good. It's just like cold bacon that you've cooked at home. It's not like I can't explain it. It's good. Eating that with potatoes, or this morning for breakfast, I had a pouch of that with some vegetable chips, which was really good. So I'm liking those too. I'm discovering new ideas that are not too heavy to carry. Obviously bagels, well, they're a little heavy, but I go through them and that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna pack up my gear. I'm gonna keep going. Wow, trail is beautiful. Take a look-see. And a bit of a climb here, but just a gorgeous, gorgeous looking trail. Take a look behind me. Let's have a look behind. Just beautiful. The forest. Just a perfect time of day. Probably, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock now. Wasn't that long ago we stopped and had that break, remember, with the bagel and the Spam and spinach. But the day does progress. The hike progresses. Met a couple of charming ladies this morning, and you know what? They told me their names, and I neglected to mark it down in my journal, so I honestly can't give their names. But on day 10, so far anyhow, it's the only two ladies I've met on trail, and they came out to say hello to Jasper, and I appreciate that. I really, really do appreciate it. Got to climb over a tree trunk here on the trail. I do appreciate it when hikers who follow me on my channel, on the Bruce Trail Facebook page, or whatever, or come out and say hello as I go by, as they're out hiking, because it really does help support me and push me forward. Speaking of being pushed forward, a little bit of a scrambly section, but it's bringing us out to McLaren Road Side Trail, and looks like the Bruce makes a left and goes up the hill, so that's where we'll go. Well, this section here is definitely a challenge. However, they've got some kind of steps here with a rope or wire to guide oneself down. Just take it nice and easy, and hopefully we don't hurt ourselves. Down we go. Ooh. So far so good. Wow. Yep. Quite a challenge. This trail really does make one think of the Appalachian. It really does. If you've ever thought about hiking the Appalachian, this is very much it. Okay. The beautiful Credit River and the forks of the Credit just a little bit down there. Gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful water, crisp, cool, fresh. Love this little spot. Well, hey, almost bedtime. Had my supper. I had a package of Lipton cup and soup, a can of the canned ham that again you would use for like making a ham salad, 2.5 spoons of potato mixed together with hot water. Awesome. The park, beautiful, and my little house for the night right tucked in there. See, this is exactly the same spot I camped 1 year ago when I was here doing my through hike. Seem to be doing that quite a bit on this hike. Pretty much so far anyhow, I've camped at exactly the same spots, but it just worked out that way. I don't know if it will continue to do so. I'm hoping to up the miles a little bit, but we'll see. Gonna go for a little walk and just relax for a few minutes. So as day 10 comes to an end, we are 278 kilometers into our hike. So we're averaging a 27.0 kilometer per day. I would like to try to up that a little bit if I can, although we'll see. Today was a cooler day, and we managed to get, I think it was it 31.25 kilometers today. So yeah, we'll see how we make out. So far so good. There are challenges. I've mentioned before, the through hike is 90% mental. It's in your mind. It's day after day, same thing, just hiking the trail, hiking the trail, hiking the trail, carrying everything you need on your back, your shelter, your sleep system, your cook system, your clothing, your food, everything, your water. But yeah, tired, but you know, it's pretty cool. It really is. Wow, great location. Okay, going back to my tent, probably just going to climb in there shortly and call it a day. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.